New footage of Lil Baby has been going viral online after it was just announced Lil Baby was arrested on Monday night for carrying a concealed firearm without a permit, and he was sent to the Clark County Detention Center where he was being held on a $5,000 bail.
I need 20 bands, call the number for me. Hey, security, the black guy, call the number for me. They locking me up for but I got license. Security, I need 200 bands a year, I swear to God, security. Security, I need 200 bands a year. You don't make 200 bands here. Hey, lady, my check leave at 19. Nah, check me good, I got a in my nuts. Check me good, you on the camera, I got a in my nuts, check me good. I got a alright, y'all let me that costume, I said, y'all fire.
New footage of Lil Baby has been going viral online after it was just announced Lil Baby was arrested on Monday night for carrying a concealed firearm without a permit, and he was sent to the Clark County Detention Center where he was being held on a $5,000 bail.
YSL is a music label, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
As the day after Gunna snitched, it would then be reported by DJ Academic's Lil Baby as well as members of 4PF are next on the Atlanta RICO list, where she would even announce it on the news.
An in-depth investigation. Recent months you've had 2 high-profile racketeering cases. There are going to be more.
Over the next 60 days you'll see 2 more.
As DJ Academics would then confirm it, showing the official evidence file of 4PF on the document while confirming it on stream that it is a rap group with a 3-letter name otherwise known as 4PF.
I've heard 2 of them. Like, I've heard the 2 of them. They're like, yo, these are going first, then these are going first. I've heard the names. And I don't know if I should say it. Again, I got nothing to do with no investigation for nothing, whatever, but these are top rappers. Well, one's a top rapper. The other one, matter of fact, I'll do the segment without saying the name. I'll just say this. I believe you know who the obvious name is. They're in Atlanta. They go by three letters. They've been popping. One of the top, I would say, 3 rappers in the game.
Why this is so important is because the next topic of the RICO trial is street teams that are connected to YSL. Lil Baby knows that he's connected. This is why in his song 350 he states the lyrics, "Ain't never said nothing about it, boy, you know you a rat," ending up going viral on social media. He's clearly angry that he's being dragged into it. However, this would rub Young Thug's father the wrong way. Lil Baby would be told to stay quiet by Thug.
How do you feel about Lil Baby throwing that Gunna for his plea deal? For his plea?
He need to shut the fuck up, cause he don't know what's going on. You know, he's going off of what he heard. Ask Lil Baby, have he ever came to a court date?
Oh, okay.
See, that's what I want y'all to ask these damn rappers and these bloggers with this whole snitch shit and this. When have y'all went to a court date to support Slime, to support Jeffrey, to support Thug, however you want to name it? Go on their social media pages and say, why in the haven't you been at the courthouse to support your dude? And I guarantee you won't get an answer.
However, Young Thug's father wouldn't end here. He would go on to reveal this about Gunna as well.
Courtney said, how do you feel about Gunna?
I love Gunna.
See, that's the thing. People don't understand the relationship. They got this thing saying that Gunna is a rat and he's done this and done that.
But see, let me try to help the attorney clarify that a little simpler. Gunna hasn't done anything whatsoever that can hurt us on this case. Period.
As Thug's father is stating, Gunna's plea deal didn't affect Young Thug and Lil Baby, but rappers in the industry had a lot of different opinions, as 69 and would hop on a Clubhouse call with 100 claiming that Young Thug and Lil Baby's lives are now in terrible situations due to what their best friend Gunna did.
So me pleading guilty is only making it worse for my man. I'm saying I was there. Yes, I did it. I plead guilty. I am guilty. I am guilty. Anything you said in that courtroom is going to be used against your man, my man. That is open.
Even just a week after that call, he would meet up with DJ Academics to share even more thoughts.
Eliminated, implicated YSL being so now he's home, right? All the people who's locked up, like Jeffrey, like Young Thug, now he can't go with that defense. He can't go with the defense of saying, I'm a record label.
As rappers know that Lil Baby and Young Thug's lives are in a terrible spot due to gun, or even NBA Young Boy would say.
Don't call me asking me about what I think about the situation, or do I think need to. I honestly don't give not one. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Don't call me asking me about what I think about situation or what or do I think need. I honestly don't give now one. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
All right, if we don't even know what's being said, then
we
I
do
don't
know what's being said, Your Honor. It is not.
This is a mistrial waiting to happen.
Your Honor, if I may.
Go ahead.
Judge, we started.
As the Atlanta law enforcement are really targeting rappers in the industry right now, as a lot of them are committing crimes behind the scenes. It doesn't get better for Lil Baby, cause it would even be announced the judge has ruled on attorney Max's motion for a fair trial. She's sending the entire prosecution team to Brady training, leading into a lawyer saying another embarrassment for the YSL trial prosecutors today.
But make sure before it shows up on a screen with a jury that whatever limits have been placed on this, you abide by them. I mean, I saw the slide from the opening that had something on it that had been specifically talked about and ruled that you had better not in any way put that before the jury. And lo and behold, it's up there on the screen. I'm not going to get back into it, but that should not happen again. If you know that comments aren't supposed to be on here, you need to make sure before you throw any slide up. And I'm not saying that this was how you were going to use it. I know you're just giving this to us right now, but just make sure everything is clean to the way that it is supposed to be, okay?
As this right here is the scariest part, especially when WF and Lucci Gunana and Lil Baby enter the case, because in simple terms the judge just claimed in the clip that she is sending the prosecutors to complete a small class course so that a teacher can remind them how to do a literal job. This isn't even a joke either. The judge is sending the prosecutors to a classroom for a week to remind them what evidence they are and are not allowed to use in a court file. Now this is where it feels corrupt. The prosecutors have no idea what they're even doing. However, the judge refuses to allow a mistrial just so then the Atlanta rappers like Young Thug will face a prison sentence. In the end, Lil Baby will be also getting dragged into this, which is completely unfair. Now these two rappers have much different charges, but it feels awfully similar to what he said about Melly when he would say that when the feds want you, they'll do anything to get you.
They want you, they want you. I knew they wanted them bad when they waited for that law to get passed. They waited all the way.
Penalty.
So it'd be 8-4.
Oh, right, yeah.
They waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, they could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man.
However, it gets even crazier from here. It would be announced on late Friday. Attorney Max told Judge Page that he filed a new motion for another fair trial. This motion comes after the attorneys found out about another ex-party meeting on June 7th.
So I recently filed while we were in court, a motion for a fair trial seeking remedies. Oh, and I will email, it was just filed. And I will email it over.
As is a part of Young Thug's legal team, he's bringing up an issue that the prosecutors had an illegal meeting to gain evidence on Young Thug with an outside source. Allegedly, the outside source mentioned that he has worked with many rappers in the past, being street security for them. He would go into detail on the illegal activities rappers do behind the scenes. However, Doug's lawyer's motion was denied right after submitting, making Max as well as his partners come the following day screaming at the judge in court.
Well, you know, the problem, Your Honor, is that since this was an ex parte meeting that should probably have never taken place, you were not there, I was not there, my fellow outside agitators weren't there, we don't have a video of it, so I have no idea specifically if that was not referred to us. And We don't know, do we? We don't know. And what I do know is that I have been arguing with people for 18 months that Chief Judge Glanville was doing his best, that he was trying to rule to the best of his ability based on the evidence and the law before him. And now I have been made to look like an idiot. So I do not believe that this trial should continue, Your Honor.
Ending up going viral on social media, Lil Baby would even react, "It's about time, Thug's coming home, Slim's been in the cell too long, and the trial is over and the judge is crazy," with even 42 Doug saying,
"You've been tapped into the YSL case at all, and how do you think that's been?"
I've been trying to watch a little bit.
Do you think it's being mishandled?
I think it should have been dismissed. The shit with the judge that just happened. Crazy, like trying to send his lawyer to jail. From the outside looking in, it's looking like they got something against him.
However, Lil Baby has been blessed in the short term. The YSL RICO trial now has to re-review evidence against Thug before bringing Lil Baby and Gunna and Lil Woody. The YSL member who snitched and signed a plea deal out of the case was forced back into the trial room. The prosecutors were asking the most ridiculous questions, trying to get Woody angry.
I can't sit here and tell y'all nothing. I don't know what y'all want me. I don't know what y'all looking for. I didn't see nobody. I didn't see nobody rob nobody. I didn't see none of these boys do anything. I did some stupid things. I got caught for the stupid things that I was doing, and I just went from there. Like I didn't. And then y'all got me up here, and I haven't told y'all before y'all put me up here. Y'all can't talk to me on like a Tuesday or something. You can't talk to me in the streets. And I told you, like, I lied. And I told you that. And then y'all still brought me in here.
Isn't it true that you did not want to testify because you don't want to deal with the reality of being labeled a snitch?
Miss Hill, I was being labeled a snitch way before I had to come to trial. When y'all linked that video out to the social media. So the world look at me as a snitch no matter what goes on to this day. But me coming here, like I have put my faith in God's hands. And I come here and I let it be known. I guess got no choice but to be letting know to y'all now that I have told y'all time after time that I done lied.
As the prosecutors have barely any evidence against Thug or any other Atlanta rapper, but they know Lil Woody has ties to all of them and did street jobs for them so the rapper wouldn't get arrested, so they kept bringing Woody and trying to just bring up something against these rappers. But it seems like Lil Woody finally had enough. He would stand up, he would be driven crazy, and he would walk away.
And my only priority was by any means necessary to protect them with my whole just I didn't mean it because they drive me crazy.
Yeah, take a minute, take a breath.
Keep telling y'all.
Stay here. Come here. Stay on the stand. Take some breaths. Calm down.
And once he finishes his breath, Your Honor, state, we conclude our questioning, Your Honor.
As Lil Woody got so angry that he needed to stand up and walk away. You don't see this happen in court cases. It's getting absolutely ridiculous. This is then when it would be announced Woody is getting tired of explaining why he told on Young Thug over and over and making many fans nervous that he might snitch eventually on Lil Baby.
Why did you ask for Thug to pay your bond after you had told on them in the June 10th interview?
I didn't tell on them. I was going through a phase in my life, like I told you before, and I told you in the back. I made it all up. I sat right there and said whatever came to the top of my head, that I put certain things together and said what I said. If you listen to both of them calls, they contradict each other. If you listen to the interview, you hear what the police keep saying. And that's why I put everything on Thug. The man ain't had nothing to do with my stupidity. I'm sitting right here today telling y'all the truth, and y'all still sitting right here playing with this lady. Like I told y'all, I made it up. I put it on him. I'm not scared of nobody. Nobody forced me to say none of this stuff. This is not right.
Okay.
Which is very surprising, and it changes the entire YSL RICO trial. YSL Woody is saying that he lied about everything, that he snitched on Young Thug just so that he can get released from jail. This means the prosecutors now need to go re-review all of the evidence over again. If the evidence from Woody comes out is false, which it should because he was lying, this would mean the only evidence they have against Young Thug comes from an investigator revealing that WW Melly and his street team Y and could have street ties connected to YSL, all because of a Facebook post.
The slap term, 5-point star, snake, he's saying he's YSL, he's hanging with Young Thug, and puts up his YNW for life hashtag on it with the 5-point star as well. Mr. Devins has big B hand signs displayed.
Right, and these individuals again, I'm assuming that's also the Young Thug. That's also unknown.
Yes.
Also important to your investigation, correct?
Yes.
Also publicly available for anyone to see and capture.